Something always goes wrong when it comes to live TV. Just a couple weeks ago, Sabrina Carpenter ran screaming from the stage after she was standing a little too close to some pyrotechnics. The singer was at San Francisco's Outside Lands Festival on August 10th to perform some of her hits. The show was a massive success, featuring some really great performances, but I guess they missed one pretty important detail in rehearsal: how far away Sabrina should stand from the platform when the pyrotechnics go off. The star genuinely seemed scared for her life after the fireworks started going off all around her, to the point where people wondered if something was seriously wrong. It's unclear in videos if she was hit by a firework or simply was just surprised by them. Hopefully it's the latter. John Travolta said Idina Menzel's name wrong one time and it lives rent-free in my head. But where did Travolta say her name wrong? In an interview? On a red carpet? No, he did it while presenting at the Oscars, and not even like an award. He was introducing her before she sang one of the most famous Disney songs ever, Let It Go. People were tuned in to watch this performance. The odds were so stacked against him. His intro was, "Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem." Now, I don't know who that is, but Idina Menzel did a great job. She said it took her 8 beats to get over the pronunciation. Travolta later shared what caused the vocal blunder. It was a combination of things. He met Goldie Hawn backstage, and then his lines were changed last minute to add phonetic spelling of Menzel's name that he never rehearsed with, which makes me wonder how they could have possibly written her name to get Adele Dazeem. As expected, the interview took this misstep and ran with it. Someone made a Travoltify your name generator. If you go to Google and look up Adele Dazeem, it will show you Idina Menzel. Menzel took this all in stride, even recently wished the moment a happy 10th birthday, but she got her revenge the next year at the 2015 Oscars, introducing Travolta as Glom Gazingo. Kendall Jenner trying to introduce 5 Seconds of Summer at the 2014 Billboard Music Awards is a tough watch. What was in the air that year? Kendall was supposed to introduce 5 Seconds of Summer, right? But it sounds like she almost introduced One Direction instead. She was doing really good up until the end. She just got lost. I can see why she might have messed up. At the beginning of her bit, the word direction was stressed, and the word summer was used back to back. When she hit her first hiccup, Jenner got flustered quickly and visibly was panicking before saying, "Guys, I'm the worst reader," nervously laughing before jumping back on the horse for a semi-strong finish. After the moment happened, Jenner tweeted an explanation. She messed up because she didn't have her contacts. But now we are, in fact, going to talk about One Direction. And again, this screw up happened in 2014. What was up with that year? In this case, we are at the Brit Awards. One Direction has just won the award for global success. There are only 4 boys up there, and this was a time when there should have been 5. Point is, Harry Styles wasn't on stage. Liam Payne started stalling a little to see if Styles could be located, saying, "Has anyone seen the curly lad?" Right, there's 4 of us now, and that's some real life foreshadowing right there. But then, just as Liam is kind of wrapping up the acceptance speech, out from the shadows and sprinting to the stage is one Harry Styles. Poor Harry gets up on the stage and Liam hands him the mic. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't even know what award they've won. He does share why he was gone, saying, "I'm really sorry, I was having a wee." The 2013 Oscars were iconic for one reason, and that was the Jennifer Lawrence stair trip. 22-year-old Lawrence had just won the Oscar for Best Actress. She's wearing this beautiful long gown, which is her undoing because she trips and falls on her way up the stairs. But it's Jennifer Lawrence, so she plays it off so well. Works it into her speech, she gets a standing ovation when she does finally get up to the podium, and addresses the crowd saying, "You guys are just standing up because you feel bad that I fell, and that's really embarrassing." How could you not love her? Though it was embarrassing, now it's part of the Lawrence charm to be just a little bit clumsy. We love it when a celebrity proves that they are human just like us. And honestly, if you look at the pictures of the fall, she still looks great and kind of like a Disney princess. Joe Coy's bad Barbie joke at this year's Golden Globes got the comedian swiftly cancelled. First off, I can't believe that was this year. That feels like it was ages ago. And second, he was cancelled because he said a lot of really bad jokes and strange things. The Barbie joke was just the worst. Coy eventually got around to talking about the event of last summer, Barbenheimer, in his opening monologue. He compared what the 2 films were based on, mentioning that Oppenheimer was based on a 721-page Pulitzer Prize-winning book about the Manhattan Project, whereas Barbie was based on a plastic doll and went on to speak cruelly about said doll. Finishing off with the stellar line, "The key moment in Barbie is when she goes from perfect beauty to bad breath, cellulite, and flat feet, or what casting directors call character actor." The audience's reaction to this moment are funnier than any joke he told that night. You can tell that Coy can feel that he's not doing a good job. He starts blaming the writers, making excuses like how he only got the job 10 days ago, saying that he didn't write the bad jokes, he wrote the ones everyone is laughing at. Either way, it wasn't a good look. Larry David introducing Ariana Grande on SNL is over 8 years old now, and I still laugh every time. It happened right before Ariana was supposed to sing her hit song Dangerous Woman. Larry David says, "Ladies and gentlemen, just fine. It's just when he gets to her name that it goes downhill. Names are hard. I don't blame him. He goes for Ariana Grande. He ends up saying Ariana before just giving up. He knows he messed up too much to fix it, so he just stops, and we've all been there. He even does the little hand clap thing that universally conveys that you've accepted your fate. This video is so funny, and some random audience member also lets out the loudest laugh you've ever heard. It's a miracle Ariana was able to perform. I simply would have started laughing. Steve Harvey frequently hosts the Miss Universe pageant, and while he does do a good job, he also makes some little mistakes every once in a while, but none are more famous than when he read out the wrong winner back in 2015, crowning Miss Colombia when in reality Miss Philippines was the winner. Harvey has since looked back on this moment, calling it painful and the worst week of his life. I don't blame him, he was the internet's favorite target for a while. He later explained that the reason the mess up even happened was because there were a lot of changes made before he was supposed to head out on stage. So typically they read 2 names, but that was changed to 3. Apparently, he was also told to read the wrong name by someone in his earpiece. He was told to read the next name, which was Columbia, on the card, and he didn't even know anything was wrong after he read it, since he stepped off stage and got a bunch of compliments. It wasn't until someone on his team let him know what happened that he got with the program. Harvey said that he regrets going back out on the stage after and wishes he could have let someone else handle it, believing that if he did that, he wouldn't have received so much backlash. Fergie singing the national anthem at the 2018 NBA All-Star Basketball game is one of my favorite videos on the internet. We all know that Fergie is talented, but what happened here? She was so into it, and if you look at the players' faces, they are all trying so hard not to laugh. It's really painful. The Fergie edition of the anthem was received so poorly, she had to put out a statement saying, "I'm a risk taker artistically, but clearly this rendition didn't strike the intended tone. I love this country and honestly tried my best. I do personally want to know what the intended tone was, and I would love to see soundcheck." This moment was caught on live TV, but it's now immortalized in a children's book too. The book is called The Ferg-American National Anthem, A Civic Story, and it's highly encouraged that the reader listen to Fergie's anthem while reading. Eerily similar to the Miss America moment was the La La Land debacle from the 2017 Oscars. Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway were up presenting the award for Best Picture that year and called out La La Land as the winner, but that was not true at all. Moonlight really won the award. It was extremely confusing, and though it only took a couple minutes to fix the mistake, the damage was done. After the event was over, the reason why the mistake happened came out. The Oscars apparently have 2 sets of the cards that presenters would get, one on each side of the stage. Emma Stone had just won Best Actress in La La Land, so one card was out, but the other Best Actress card was still active, and that one was handed to Warren and Faye by mistake. That's why Warren took so long to announce the award and looked at the card so many times. He could see that it said Emma Stone in La La Land and was just really confused by it. Luckily, they caught it though. But what do you think? Let us know. Bye!